VIM. The only thing that I remember about VIM was that, when I was growing up, it's what they used to.
No, this is not VIM, it's VIMP.
Didn't you see VIM on the screen?
Oh, sorry.
H.
Sorry.
Well,
VIMP.
It's VIMP. Okay, because they just wrote VIM program. So when I saw VIM, I just remembered that scoring powder.
Yeah.
But this is VIMP. And this VIM is an acronym for Venture in Management. So Venture in Management program is in its 23rd year. And it's an annual program of Junior Achievement Nigeria since 2000. VIMP is designed as a one-week intensive introduction to MBA programs in partnership with Lagos Business School, LBS, to introduce selected members of the National Youth Service Corps and recent graduates to the different facets of managing a business, making crucial business decisions, and developing skills for general management. Why isn't this taught in secondary school? Anyway, let's begin by introducing a Senior Program Officer, Junior Achievement Nigeria, Chiamaka Ifeanyichukwu. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask you that question.
Right.
Ladies first. So Faith Ilori is our most outstanding female participant. So
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here. As
Well
well
done.
as the money man, the head of investment research, Party and Securities, Oluwaseun Dosunmu. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you, sir.
Don't you think this thing you people are doing should be incorporated in? Why are you laughing? You don't even know what I'm asking.
Yes.
And I mean, it's so straightforward. What do you think? You think about it?
No, we have programs like that for secondary school students as well. So in Junior Achievements Nigeria, we ensure that working within our 4 core values and core pillars, entrepreneurship, financial literacy, work readiness, and digital literacy, we ensure to make impact in the life of young people within the ages of 5 to 27. So Venture in Management program, VIMP, is particularly for National Youth Service Corps members and fresh graduates,
Like just
that are just leaving school and they need to go into the world of work and the world of business to experience how exactly it is. So VIM exactly helps them to identify where that they should pitch their tent, whether it's to become an entrepreneur, to identify what their career should actually be. And we do this with Lagos Business School. They go to learn general management skills, learn how to make crucial business decisions, and how to become ethical business leaders and responsible people in the society. VIM also teaches, in fact, it's an encompassing program that teaches young people everything that they need to know to make impact, and then, get everything into the world in a way that they make changes that they want to see in their own world.
Any age range?
So yes, the VIMP participants do not exceed the age of 27. Yes.
So you have told us her age in advance. What is your before and after story?
Okay, so before VIMP, I've seen testimonial of it online, and I've seen some VIMP participants, their progress after VIMP, and I was like, okay, this should be something I should be part of. So I applied for it. And my before story is just a story of a young girl that wants to learn more and wants to.
No, you didn't talk about the young lady that just wants to spend money, make money and spend money.
Well, money comes by learning more and by adding up more value. So that's just the before story. Then the after story is that of fulfillment, that of someone that has met with new people, new friends, and have learned from learned professional. So that's just the whole story.
We'll still come back to you, but how is this program funded?
The program is funded by our wonderful partners and sponsors, people like Party and Partners here with us today, and GB Foods. For this year in particular, we had Party and Partners, GB Foods, MasterCard, who funded this program to make sure that we reach these young people and make impact in their lives. We also have, other partners like Veraki, formerly Accenture.
Let's talk about the
Parthian,
because I know that.
Okay.
Let's talk to him about Parthian.
So why did you decide to put money on this one?
Thank you for your question. So we've identified this gap when it comes to hiring young professionals. We've seen that they spent quite a number of time in school, but when it comes to practical knowledge and for them to apply what they've learned, there's always a gap. So we identified that gap, where we're doing our recruitment, and we decided, how can we support, how can we help the country and to help young people, equip them with the skills and the knowledge needed. We identified VIM and we said, what they're doing aligns with what we want to achieve. Then we decided to support them. I mean, this is our 3rd year of doing this, and I had the privilege of joining one of their classes, and I saw raw talent. They were given this, they're given this case study, and I saw how they were able to come together, work in teams, and dissect the what's it called now?
Case study.
The case study that was given to them, and I was so impressed. I just said, oh my goodness, this is fantastic. If we have, this kind of program, then we need to do more. We need to support them and try to do as much as we can to ensure that the program can reach more youth and help them generally.
Okay. This has been going now for 23 years.
23 years.
Okay. Now, tell us about some of your success stories.
Our success stories are actually embedded in the life of these young people that we make impact on using
Which
VIM.
one of them has been outstanding?
Yes, so there's so many stories.
In capital letters.
Okay. The very huge one for us is the fact that people who VIM have produced come back to sponsor VIM. So the likes of Mr. Vincent Egbe of GB Foods. GB Foods was one of the sponsors, started sponsoring last year, and he was part of VIM. He's an alumni of VIM of 12 years now. Whoa. And he came back to sponsor from last year. We also have the current minister of communications, Nigeria, Bosun Tijani, is a VIM alum. So we've had VIM plant people all over the world, making the difference in different sectors, finance sector, talk about development, politics. Everyone is making impact through what they learn in VIM, because VIM is encompassing. They learn everything that they need to thrive and make a change in their world.
What would you say to anyone now, Faith, who is watching, has no idea what they even need, but they are disillusioned, disoriented, and anything that will task their brain is a no-no?
Well, for anybody that has that kind of mindset, I would just advise that they need to understand that we are in a world whereby the world value people that they are conscious of what they want. So I would just advise that they should first start by identifying what they feel they are good at. Because sometimes I realize this area among youth that we have people that we adore, that they are not doing something that we are literally not good at. But we ignore our own gifts and look at what those people have. So I will first advise the person to identify what he or she is good at. Then after that, learn everything you can about that. Because I'm a big believer of, if you do what you are good at, other things that you do will come along the way. So I would advise the person, know what you are good at, learn about it, be intentional. Then if there is any means of learning, things you can apply for, that will let you grow, communities you can join and be part of, that will help your learning process and that will also connect you with like mind, you should also join.
What's been for you the most, they say you are the most outstanding female participant.
Yes.
So what was your own most outstanding experience on this program?
Oh, for that, there's quite a lot, but I summarize them as the people, the knowledge, and the food.
The food.
So you are giving kudos to GB Food already.
Yes, okay. For the people, I met with people from all over the country, people from the north, people from the east and everywhere. We met, we came together, we learned together, we share ideas together, we are in the team, we work together, make presentation and all of that. And also for the people too, we have Jan officials with us for those on-site participants. We learn from them, they share their knowledge, we mix, and also for the people, the LBS lecturers, all of them were there with us. We literally asked them questions. Even during break, we could still go to them. I asked them for more clarity on things that were being taught. So that's it for the people. For the knowledge, we basically learn from seasoned professionals. They already know what they are doing and how they are making progress. They share their success story, their downtime, and then we also have some CEOs come around, like Oluwatosin Olasende of Money Africa, she came around, Michelle Elegbe of InterSwitch, all of them, Lord Automobiles too, the CEO came around. They basically shared their story and everything that has happened for when they are starting out their career, their business and all of that. And for the food...
No, we'll come to the food. What's the, for you, the most outstanding in that knowledge? Because what were the things that you learned that you didn't know or that you knew but they were busted with the knowledge?
Okay, to start with, I will first talk about ethics. I'm aware of ethics in business and all of that, but the way I see it before is that ethic is just ethic, like it can be ethic anywhere. But when we got there, it was emphasized that we shouldn't just see it as ethic, that sometimes ethics can determine how you'll be promoted and how you grow anyway. That as young professional, we should be mindful of our attitude, our character, how we approach things at work, the kind of honor we even give our senior colleague, and how we even communicate our grievances or anything. So that stood out for me during the course of the program. Then what stood out for me again is whatever you are doing now, anywhere you are, in any company we are, whether you are interning or it's a full-time role, we should be intentional about it and give it all our best. And there is this emphasis on excellence, that wherever you are as a young professional, they should see that excellence in you. You shouldn't be someone they will say and just say, oh no, don't let us trust this person with this kind of tax. So we should have that epitome of excellence that will even speak out for us when we are not there. And there is this another thing that stood out for me on character, that some young professionals, like Gen Z young professionals, they will just act like, yes, I'm just here to work for the company. That although we are doing the company a favor by working with them, but then we should also add character to it, because character sometimes speak louder than the work you are doing in the company. So I think those three stood out for me.
Okay, so now the food. You should how has your weight changed?
Okay, so when I got home, my mom was like, it's just 1 week.
Your mom identified it.
Yeah, she was like, it's just 1 week. And I was like, we're eating good food. I mean, LBS food, it's 100 for me. And then where we were lodged, the food too went so well, and it was always delicious. We are always on the lookout for, once it's almost time for dinner, we should just go on time and get our food.
Well, I guess we should give kudos to Parthian then.
Thank you.
For paying the bills for the good food.
Yes.
So you're doing something right.
Thank you.
If not the knowledge, at least they'll remember you for the food.
Yeah, but interestingly, Mr. Dosumo, a good number of people would say young people generally, because I mean, it's a good thing an organization such as yours is in partnership with Jan to help young people. But generally, when you look at this whole trajectory, conversations around young people, and whether or not the country or the nation generally, private or public, have invested in them enough, what would you say?
I would say that one of the things we should also understand is that times are changing, and the world is also changing. I understand that a lot of young people don't want to go through the traditional work experience and traditional education system. We understand that. But we also have quite a number of people who still want to go through the normal process. I mean, you look out there and see people play sports and do social events and make a lot of money. And it's a bit distracting. You know, it's a bit distracting. I mean, if you go out there to sing, or someone is a social media influencer and you see the kind of lifestyle they live, the question that comes to mind is, why should I, go through the normal process?
Stress myself.
Yes. But then we've come to understand that for us to build a sustainable system, for us to have an outlook, a good outlook, especially for the country. I mean, we have so many negative news out there about Nigeria. We're trying as much as possible to change the narrative. And we've identified that Nigeria's greatest resource is not the, it's not the natural resource, it's the people, our future, the young generation. If we invest in them, we know that in turn they would add value to the world. And once they add value to the world, it comes back to us directly or indirectly. So
interesting. Well, madam, let me ask you again. 23 years and counting. Can you hazard a guess of how many people your organization has impacted over the years?
Yes, so we have a very wide network of the alumni, and we have over 5,000 people that we've impacted through the program. Before now, because it's a very intensive program and the selection process is very deep, we ensure that at least 50 are impacted through the program. Up until 2021, during the pandemic, we increased to 100. Yeah, so 100 since 2021 till now. So we have people who join on site. They are at Lagos Business School with all of the accommodation, the experience Faith is telling us about.
And the food.
And then, and then we have people who also join on site from different parts of Nigeria. So thousands of people have been impacted with this program, and the impact has, just have ripple effects like that.
Okay.
Okay.
So for the participants, after the program, what comes next?
So from the impact survey that we've always had, in 6 months after the program, we have people who are gainfully employed. Unemployability skills are, taking off. So we have lots of people having their startups, going into entrepreneurship, people. So there are different people in different sectors already doing things from the knowledge that they have gotten from them.
Can you just tell us in percentages, approximately how many of them go into entrepreneurship and how many go into employment?
So in percentage, we have about 40 people going into entrepreneurship, and
40%.
Yeah, 40% people into entrepreneurship, and 60, yeah. And we have some of them who are on both sides. That's what we notice as well. There's some of them who are also, using their entrepreneurial mindset to add value to organizations while they have their own businesses, solving problems that they want to solve in the world.
Okay. You talked about the intense process. In 60 seconds, tell us about that.
Okay, so
selection process.
The selection process goes through they're writing essays, applying, using their CVs and everything. And the program is for people who are first class, candidates from universities, but the lowest we take is second class upper. Yeah, so we select the best out of them. After that stage, we go to Veraki as one of our partners, come in to help shortlist. After that, there are interviews. So it's just a rigorous process of scrutiny to make sure we get the best, to take the best from the program and make good use of it.
Faith, you talked about, we have about 30 seconds, you talked about character. How important has it become for you from this experience?
Okay, so I think we started learning about character since the first day at LBS. So even while I was there, I was trying to, some things that I do, I just start to correct it instantly, like just make sure I'm putting all these things to practice. And so far, some things that I just overlook now, I've become so much intentional about them, like my character in communication, the way I talk to people, the way I put more honor on people now. It has so much changed, and I feel there's an improvement in the way I communicate my grievances and things that I do not want to.
So you clean your bed now. Don't answer that. So thank you very much for being here, everyone. Faith Ilori, most outstanding female participant of this year, right?
Yes.
2023 program. Thank you so much for being here. Oluwaseun Dosumo, Head of Investment Research, Party and Securities. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
As well as the grandmother of the team, Senior Program Officer, Junior Achievements, Nigeria, Chiamaka Ifeanyi-Chukwu. Thank you for all the good work you do, and all the best.
You're welcome.
Okay. I heard recently that young people are developing all kinds of heart diseases. Young people. What are you thinking? Or is it just about thinking or not? Let's talk about that after this break.